Greetings everyone, today I'm doing a video about the National Eagle Center in Wabasha, Minnesota. Let's roll that intro. Yes, it's a very exciting day. I haven't been here in years, in so many years. But yes, we're down by Wabasha, Minnesota, which is a beautiful place. Now, normally you can see some eagles here. We're hoping to see any of them here today. We might actually see a little bit of a show, but it's best in the winter when there's a few spots out in the rivers or lakes nearby where there's actual open water, because usually it freezes over. But don't worry about it, because I'm not alone. I'm with Mom. I have to show her. She's like, don't show me, I don't need to be in it. But she's amazing, and I want it. This is for posterity. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Eagles.
Eagles.
America. Right as you walk in, you'll actually go over to the counter over here to get your admission. Then you can come and see all the cool things they have kind of in this gift shop. I like the owls and the eagles here mixed together, but it's so beautiful. Look at how big these windows are. Oh, they're so neat. You actually come over here and learn about the different animals they have over here. They actually have little numbers next to them, and you can look up on this big sign here. Might be kind of hard to see right now, but you can actually learn and know what all of these creatures are. It's so neat. But again, I can't get over the views they have here. This is just, it's amazing. It's very, very pretty. And we are here now with the bald eagles. It's one of our friends from Florida right here. So cool. Now, these are non-releasable eagles. That's what we're finding out. So with Shaka, for example, he can't go out back in the wild. So he's here, and they kind of talk about it's like an assisted care facility for like senior citizens or something. There's one here, but we're in this cool room where there's actually 3 of them. I'll show you another one over here. This is Columbia back here. It's so cool. Oh my gosh. This one over here is called Angel, and just look at the majesty. Just beautiful. Just talking about molting right now. So cool. Just like, look at that. I just can't even get over it. Oh, wow. Oh, we're looking at the feather. It's for molting.
Pretty sizable.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Wow.
So this is basically what helps them fly. And when this one gets lost, the exact same one on the other side will get lost. And now, like, who wants this? This is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, none of you guys are raising your hand.
It's illegal.
There it is. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. It's illegal.
Migratory Birds Act. So it is a year in jail, $100,000 fine, and a felony.
Wow.
We actually don't keep ours. We send them off to the National Eagle Repository in Colorado. But for now, you guys can pet it if you want. It's really soft and cool.
Yes.
You're gonna get charged. No. Oh my god, you guys are so going to jail right now.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. This is Columbia back here, by the way, too. Oh, it's so cool.
Another cool thing is that their feathers, they can break apart and they can go back together. That is a big part of why they're preening. So you will see them do it. They actually have control over every single one of their 7,000 feathers.
7,000? Oh my gosh.
Yep, they have about 7,000 feathers that weigh, and that weighs more than their bones do.
Wow. Amazing. Incredible. Yeah, so there you go. Learn a little bit about that. Do not keep eagle feathers. Don't do it. Do not do it. Yay.
I'm just a little jealous.
Apparently this one over here only weighs 10 pounds.
Yep, so their weights are really important. We try and get their weight every single day because it depends on how much we feed them. And it's also really good to make sure that they're staying healthy. Okay. He's like, where's my food again?
4532. So it's 4,532 grams.
Is she recording that over there then? Yep. Exactly.
47 pounds.
Yep, that's it.
No. That's how many grams.
So what would that be in pounds?
She's
So
around
in
10.
pounds, that's right around 10 and a half pounds.
You said.
Give or take. The conversion is not super great.
So as you guys saw, we are here also I use the yes and no hurt. So we do something called choice-based positive reinforcement because they didn't choose to get injured and they definitely did not choose to put up with us. So we try to give them as much autonomy as possible. So Derek went ahead and he asked her if she wanted to work. So that green perch is our yes perch, and that bow perch is our no perch. Right now they mean nothing, but if we were going to their place, she's getting ready. That motion is called peeking, and it is like if you put a napkin to your face afterwards. They are incredibly clean nose.
Because we're measuring in grams, we have to wait for them to stop moving. 2932. So that's 2,932 grams.
Lost was around 6 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
He only had one eye. Yep. He was missing that left eye.
Yep.
Because of that, he has no depth perception. So he's not quite sure how far away or close up things are. As you guys can see, he missed the food. He doesn't know exactly where it is.
A body position called mantling. A bald eagle's biggest natural threat is another bald eagle. So he's holding onto his food, making sure the angel's not looking at him, Columbia doesn't care, and once he realizes the other two big threats in the room aren't caring, you see he pulls his feathers back together. Because holding those feathers out take energy. And if you're wasting energy doing that, that's just a bad case of overexerting yourself. And right back to eating again.
Columbia, your most kind of chill bird. She seems like she's just like, what to do?
Yeah, Columbia doesn't care what the other two are up to.
So cool. This angel over here, Columbia's in the back over there, and Wabasha's over here. So cool.
Yeah. Because they are very
Amazing.
beautiful creatures. You want some kind of hungry
Hoping for more food. That's like our Goldens. Also, our friend over here is missing a left eye. So cool.
Every time we would ask her, she would always say yes. And so we decided that it would be best to just kind of retire her. So now she's here, and she does a great job of teaching everybody. From there, it's an outdoor program. So that motion you're seeing from Washalka is called feaking, F-E-A-K-I-N-G. And that is basically just how they're cleaning off their feet after they've eaten.
So sanitary.
Seems to do okay in the water.
Oh yeah, he loves the water. He takes a bath about once a day. His recommended day is 6 because that is actually not a drinking tub. That is a big old bird bath. So yeah, so his recommended day is 6. Angel still bathes about once a week. Columbia, she bathes about once a month. By then, the bone had twisted and re-healed. So whenever she was brought into the Minnesota Raptor Center, they had to re-break the bone to fix it. And because of that, her muscles never fully developed and recovered enough for her to be able to sustain flight. Columbia behind me, she also has a wing injury. She was hit by a car. Now that is the number one reason why all raptors are brought into a rehab facility. So not even just eagles, but hawks, falcons, whatever. But that actually ended up saving her life. Because whenever she was brought in, it was found that she had lead poisoning. So lead poisoning is so extremely fatal for these guys. It only takes about the size of Lincoln's nose on a penny. She had to go through something called chelation therapy. And that is whenever they take their blood out, put it through a charcoal filter, and put it back in. And even though it's been about 2 decades, she still suffers neurological effects from it.
So how old is she then?
She's 22.
Okay.
Yep. Now with Shalka there, he has the most visible injury. He is 17 from Florida. He's missing that left eye. Whenever he was found, he had a tumor the size of my fist on his eyelid. He physically could not pick his head up. He was dragging it along the sand. So people saw that and were like, that's definitely not right. And so they called DNR, and he was taken to a rehab where they removed the tumor, and then later on the eye was removed as well. Because of that, he has no depth perception. So he's not really sure how far away or close up things are. And so it makes him very prone to running into things. And for us, if we run into something, we get a bruise. For them, since their bones are hollow and very fragile, it's very common for their bones to shatter. So they actually get the full size they're going to be at 3 months old. So they will have that 6-7 foot wingspan at 3 months. Wow. Now, they don't get that white head and white tail, so they're about 5.5 years old. The reason why he's smaller is for 2 reasons. The first one being they have something called reverse sexual dimorphism, which means that males are about 1/3 smaller than their female counterparts. The second reason being something called Birdman's rule, which means that the further away from the equator you get, the bigger these birds get. So since he's a male from Florida, give or take, he's about the smallest you'll find, versus a female from Alaska will be about the biggest. A female from Alaska can have a 7.5, 8-foot wingspan. They can be pretty massive.
Wow, cool.
Versus the
These are males.
No, so Eagle and Columbia are females and Wabasha is male. Yep, he has a whopping 5.5-foot wingspan. Columbia's got a 7-foot wingspan, and Angel has a 6.5-foot wingspan.
That was amazing to see the eagles in real life, but now these are the eagles of the world, and apparently they can be broadly classified, as they say, into 4 different groups. We're talking sea/fish, booted, forest, and serpent. Ooh, my goodness. That's fascinating. But as you can see, eagles really from around the world. And, you know, a lot of times, especially if you're from the United States, when you say eagle, what we typically mean are bald eagles, which, you know, come on. They're part of the sea fish group. And as Ivy was saying in there, they're typically more scavengers, believe it or not, because their beaks are really, apparently the bite strength they have is not much stronger. It's about the same as like a handshake. Isn't that kind of crazy? But their talons, well, apparently she said like 400 PSI pressure, they could break your femur with their talons. So yeah, don't mess around with that. As you can see, it's so cool. And they are raptors. They are birds of prey. So while they like to go get fish and stuff, the bald eagles especially do not like to get wet. So they will bully other very, very good fishers like osprey out of an area and take their stuff. So that's why there aren't any osprey down here in Wabasha so much anymore. Because as Ivy said, they learned their lesson. This map is actually interactive too, because you can come down here and you can look at the different groups. It looks like the booted group is the largest group. And then we have the other 3 down here. But for instance, if you wanted to see where any of them are, you just press this button right here. You look up at the map and wham! Look at that. That's where you can find these guys. Maybe you want to find out where these ones are. Oh, this one's Africa. Oh, cool. That's amazing. I really like this map. I could sit here for a long time. This would be a great way to quiz people. Like, you paying attention? This one's down over here. Look at that. So we walked and kind of saw the diorama over here where you can actually see and meet and greet the eagles right over there. But now we're going upstairs here to go see the 2nd floor. And again, look at how awesome this is. This is so great. Look at this. Look at how pretty this is. This is Minnesota in the summertime. We're also right by Wisconsin too, so keep that in mind as well. Oh my gosh. Eagles, yes, look at that. It's like that fall dive thing, whatever it's called. I'll have to learn what that's called. Just remember it, then I can insert it here so it looks like I know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, pelicans over here too. That's neat. Upstairs here, it kind of appears that there's more museum-like aspects. We are actually on the land of the Dakota, and they have a lot of that information here, trying to honor that. On top of all of this, of course, we talked about the America stuff earlier, and here is some of that, you know, the symbol of America, which, if I am not mistaken, Benjamin Franklin did not want it to be a bald eagle. He wanted it to be a turkey. All I'm saying is Thanksgiving would be very different if every year we were eating bald eagles. I don't think that's exactly how it would work, but that's how I've always thought about it, which is kind of funny. But yeah, you can see a symbol for peace and justice. And I love it so much. This stunning sculpture over here. Isn't this fantastic? Oh my gosh, just like, and then you can kind of get the shot with like, it's flying over the water. Ugh, so cool. Man, people are so impressive sometimes with what they can create, aren't they? It's various carved eagles, again, for the US. Which one's your favorite? I don't know. They're all kind of cool, in a way. I just think it's so interesting to see the artistry that comes along with like, all right, here's our symbol, now make stuff with it. As you can see, it's even on our passports here. It's crazy to like see how ingrained that symbolism really, truly is. My mom was remarking on this. We actually have a slot machine that is almost identical to this. It does not have the same painting or anything like this. And no, we never ran a casino or anything like that. But what I do want to say is this. You see these right here? These oranges? It's all citrus, baby. Yes, he did it. He found a plug. Mom wants you to know there were lemons in there too, so it's even more citrus than it was before. And of course, the symbol, a lot of people know. Fantastic. The olive branch and the arrows for peace and war. And then E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Man. It's just so cool. I think it's so cool. But if you're not into this, they've got something for you over here that I think you'll like. Here is what you'd probably like. Look at this eagle, he's jacked. Going to the gym all the time, yeah. Kind of reminds me more of like a griffin. And I love griffins, they're my absolute favorite mythical creature. And a lot of that's probably because of bald eagles and just the symbolism, the beauty of it all. And because I love Lord of the Rings, and every time the eagles show up, I get so happy. I love the eagles. There's also this atrium room here that kind of talks about like various things that the eagles will do, such as flying and migrating. But if you look up, oh my goodness, look at all that. That is beautiful. And there are birds all the way up there. Oh my gosh. It's so neat. It's so neat. And you can also learn a little bit more about the anatomy of these creatures, such as their hooked beak and what that's all used for. As Ivy was saying downstairs, like I was saying, the whole like, you know, their bite strength is like the size of, or the firmness of my handshake, but the firmness of my handshake with a knife attached to it. It's so cool. Oh my gosh, eagles are amazing, aren't they? My mom was regaling me with what this means because Ivy was explaining it while I was not there. This is called cartwheeling. So what they do is they do their talons, they grip together, and then they fall all the way to the ground and break apart at the last second. And I thought that they had mated for life. I am wrong. My mom said that they will come back to the same nest each year, potentially, and they will do this again, and if the male does not, as my mom so lovingly put it, cut the mustard, then the female will move on and find a new mate, and it is all nature's way of breeding the strongest chicks.
Or the other way too.
Or the other way too.
Is,
oh, if the male doesn't like the female, okay.
And once they decide for the year, then they add on to the nest up to, I think she said 12 inches a year. So some of the biggest nests have the oldest birds.
That makes sense. And that was so interesting too to hear about like that, I forget what it was, like the law or that thing where it was the farther you are from the equator, the bigger the birds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was like, wow. I guess they have to be bigger because it gets colder.
Well, and the females up in Alaska.
Yeah.
Or
the Alaskan eagles will be the biggest eagles probably you're going to see.
Beyond that.
Yeah, that's true. So cool though. But this is that cartwheeling thing where they kind of grab the talons and they'll spiral down to the ground and then break apart at the last second. Amazing. Amazing. Back over here in that atrium where all the birds are flying around above you, and I was showing off the hooked beak, and you know, it's strength of I can't believe the strength of my handshake, but with a knife, I'm amazed by that. Anyway, but you can come over here too and check this out. If you wanted to see, you can actually put your arm right under here and you can try to lift it up. There you go. Here's my friend. Yeah. But even the biggest one down there was only like 10.5 pounds. That's not that crazy. And they were saying too that the gloves that they use, it's not really for protection, it's just to kind of give them more of a space, makes your arm wider for them to perch on. If they wanted to get through that, they could get through it very quickly, especially with those talons, which are crazy. But again, just like, look at this. This is so cool. This place is really neat. Moving down from the atrium, you can kind of head down over here to the conservation hall. Learn a little bit about what they're doing here to conserve these beautiful creatures. They also offer up these classes here that you can partake in just for an additional fee of $3. So $12 to get in, $3 additional for this. And they'll talk about all the threats, at least at the time of this recording, are facing the eagles. It's so cool. And I will link this down below if you are interested in supporting this lovely place and you can't come here yourself. Instead of supporting me, please consider throwing these guys a few dollars. That'd be great. That'd be lovely, because eagles, you know, my love for them aside, they're just amazing creatures. They're part of our world, and if we can help them out a little bit, that's pretty good. And to drive the point home, look at this, right? Whoosha! It's you and me. Hi. That's us. We can help eagles. We can do it together. Still upstairs, so you can actually use these monoculars to look out. They're kind of high powered. We saw an eagle kind of fly by, but like I was saying, in the winter, what happens is most of this freezes over, and then there'll be patches that are open for fishing, basically. So they'll come down, the eagles come down, and you see a ton of them. They'll be all along the tree line here. It's crazy. It's really cool. Yeah, I think they're really neat. But again, pelicans are neat too. And all the creatures in the diorama are neat too. There's a lot to learn here. It's pretty good. But of course, Mom's over in the gift shop. Good on you, Mom. On the second floor, there's also an observation deck, and you can see this lovely bridge over here. Isn't that so pretty? Yeah, love the bridges. I love them. You can come out here, enjoy the views. It's a big open space to just behold nature and maybe catch an eagle or two. Like I said, it's more so in the winter that you're gonna see them out and about flying around, but you never know. Might catch a couple who are here at this time as well. It's just so pretty. It's just so lovely. Back down the gift store, and I love this advice from an eagle. Let your spirit soar. See the big picture. Cherish freedom. Honor the earth and sky. Keep your goals in sight. Bald is beautiful. Fly high. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Now, if you're looking to get a little jewelry, like you do sometimes at the National Eagle Center, don't worry, they have you covered. But if you're like, Jimmy, this vlog is not Minnesota enough. It could be way more Minnesotan. I got you covered. The Great Minnesota Hot Dish Cookbook for classic comfort food. Isn't that nice? Now this is like casseroles and stuff, but we call it hot dish around here. Hot dish. This is pretty great. I love being home. My mom pointed this out. Look at the stained glass right here. I believe that's a snowy owl. And then of course, right next door, the bald eagle. Fantastic. Each of these is for $99.95, which to be honest with you is kind of inexpensive. I'm kind of surprised, I think, for this sort of thing. Maybe I don't know. Do we have any stained glass experts watching? Let me know. Is that a good price point? Let me know if that's a good price point. I thought this shirt was really cool because it's a Magic t-shirt. I love the design already, but check this out. When it gets hit with the sun, it bursts into color. That's so cool. Maybe more people knew about this, but this is new to me. That's so great. It seems like I can't take this lady anywhere without running into a barge. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't even know what's on there.
Now tell us what waterway we're looking at right now.
I think we're in the Mississippi.
I believe it's the Mississippi. I was wrong earlier today. I thought it was the St. Croix. This is the Mississippi. Shows what I know.
It could be the St. Croix.
What do they have in there?
They're so close. I ain't close.
It's so cool. It's this place is so pretty. It's so pretty. My goodness. But yeah, so barge. And the reason I bring this up, for people who have not seen the Duluth video where we went to go see the barge, like one of the last barges come in the beginning of January of 2023, it was just, it was kind of incredible. It was kind of incredible. This is not as massive as that one, but this is the Ingram Barge Company. Shout out to Ingram. I hope whatever you're barging is a good thing. We don't know.
And
we don't.
It is the Mississippi.
We've confirmed. The mighty Mississippi, the third longest river in the world.
And
right.
It goes through Anoka.
And it goes through Anoka, which is amazing too. Do you know the other two longest rivers in the world?
The Nile.
Very good.
And is it in the U.S.? No.
Not North America, but South America. Big rainforest. Big.
What's it start?
An A.
Oh my gosh, everyone that's watching this is going, oh.
No, she's got it. She's got it. I won't even tell her. What's that big rainforest called down in South America? The massive one. The biggest. A. What do you like to order stuff through?
Amazon.
There you go. Nailed it first try.
Talking about shopping, I'm all
Talking about shopping. She's on board. Ooh, on board. Very good. Hello, everyone. Quick correction. Wanted to tell you guys that actually the three longest rivers in the world are the Nile, the Amazon, and the Yangtze River. Technically, the Mississippi is the fourth longest river. Just wanted to make sure to put that out there. So thank you. Now, back to the vlog. This is the Samuel B. Richmond.
Wouldn't that be fun to, like, travel? It looks like they've got little rooms there.
Got their little rooms. They got their little, like,
Room with a view?
speedboat. Yeah, room with a view. It's always changing. It's cool because it is basically just like pushing this.
Oh.
It's like seeing those little tugboats that pull the massive barges, you know? They're just going. Is he painting? He's doing something. Maybe he's cleaning. I think he's painting. He's like, I'm just doing this. That's fine. Is this interesting? I think this is interesting.
Under there?
I don't know. We don't know what's under there. We'll never know. If there's some barge aficionados out there who know, let me know. I'd be curious to know. It's also a beautiful cloudy day here. I bring the clouds with me everywhere because I am the sunshine. Actually, my mom is the sunshine. We're just walking out of the National Eagle Center. I was up there on that observation deck. Bridge is here, barge is here. Well, not all the time. But we were admiring the stairs here. Look at, they have like these kind of rocks built into it. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. My mom was like, I like it. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I like it too. This is unique. This is theming. This is good. If you were all wondering earlier, this is Wabasha II, aka the Leaf. Born in the 1760s, all the way up to 1836. It's a really cool statue. It might be kind of hard to see what the lighting as is, but also look at this. These fountains, this little waterfall here, it's very nice. And the barge and the bridge, and Mom as well.
And no eagles. We're looking, we saw one eagle.
Yeah, we saw one eagle. And again, they would be out here more so in the winter.
No.
It's a bird of some sort. Can you see it on the camera? Hopefully. Is that an eagle? I don't think so. I don't think it's an eagle, but it is flying. There's something in the distance there. Who knows if it's an eagle? We're gonna hope it is. If you want to know a little bit more about Wabasha II, the first and the third, there's actually this little plaque out here. So they have the first right here, and then you can come read about Wabasha II right over there. I hope I'm not butchering that name. I'm so sorry if I am. And then finally, Wabasha III. Look at that. A little history, a little Dakota history here. Isn't that fantastic? Everyone, that's gonna do it for us here today at the National Eagle Center. Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah. When's the last time you were here? Nailed it. That was, they're gonna bring you in there. They're gonna.
I'll be on a perch.
They need her. They need to rehabilitate her. You know what I mean? But okay, how many years has it been since you've actually been to the National Eagle Center?
Probably 5.
Okay.
6.
Nice. I haven't been here in so long. I don't even remember if I actually went in.
So interesting.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yeah, I guess in the winter it's just loaded with birds out here in the river because it doesn't freeze over there. So
yeah,
we'll come back in the winter, maybe at Christmas.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's tempting. Okay, what I was gonna say though too, as I was saying earlier, do not worry about supporting me. Please check out the links down below to help support the National Eagle Center and help these beautiful creatures.
Yes.
They're so amazing. They're critical. They're just, I don't know. I love them. I really do. But I do want to thank all the people who have been supporting me, like the lovely patrons. Thank you, patrons. But again, don't worry about that. Go check these guys out. These are the ones. Yeah. These are the true heroes here today. But thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Sure, I'd be no other place.
Right?
But with you.
And until next time, just remember to
adapt
and overcome. Bye-bye. Your patience has been rewarded with a bonus bit of just serenity. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.